Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that I get from Spirit for all of us who are all on this journey to love and to reunite with our divine vibrational matches in this lifetime. And today I'm going to talk about some healings that I've done for people recently, because again, very, very strong messages that we can all learn from because we're all part of a collective. And so the first one I did was actually for a friend of mine who was suffering from quite bad anxiety. And when I tapped into their energy, basically I straight away saw a past life, running in a forest and literally running away from something. So I could feel that anxiety and the heart pounding and like that panic of being chased. And what had to happen was I said, what do we need to do to heal this? And so basically, when that happened, it stopped. Basically, I was told, stop, turn around. And, like little slingshots, I can't think what they're called, but they're like the things that they ping stones at you. And so basically, it was like, stop, turn around and face those stones. And then when I did, I was guided to do some chanting and various things. And then I saw like a golden armor come up around the person, like a shield. It was like an armor plating, but gold armor plating put all around them. And then the slingshots I saw were just bouncing off instead of actually hitting them. And basically then the guidance was for them was to always, cleanse their energy in the shower, cut all cords from past lives that they no longer need, and also very importantly, cut all cords that are not for their highest good. Because at the moment that is very anxiety is a big thing that we're taking on as a collective because of the situations in the world at the moment, and that could all impact us in different ways if we are very susceptible to that, taking on collective energies. So basically that is exactly, so I did that a couple of days ago. And that is exactly what we all need to do. So the analogy of that is basically saying that if you put a shield around you, you can protect your cells and protect yourself from any energies that you know that you don't need to live your highest and best path, which is essentially what that healing showed. And we can all do that for ourselves. So basically, imagine when we're in the shower, that golden plate of armor coming around us, and that is a shield to protect your energy from any energies that aren't going to be for your highest good. So that was the first one. The second one I did, and the reason why I've got this picture here is because before I started this lady's healing, I had to get a pen from my bag, and I found this book, which I bought ages ago, but I've forgotten that it was in my bag. So it was about Native American wisdom. And when I did the healing for the lady, I mean, of course, everything is interlinked, but basically I saw them as a past life as American Indians together. And they were on a river, and they were in a kayak, and they were putting all of their food into this kayak. Again, very symbolic of what's been going on at the moment, that we need to make sure that we are not stockpiling, but that we have enough food and we're looking after ourselves. But they were in their marriage kayaking down the river. And the purpose of the healing was to show them a past life, to remember a past life that they lived happily together, because I saw them going down the river when they were young, but also they carried on down the river through old age. And at the end, they were lying together in a blanket together as an elderly couple. And so this morning I asked for what guidance do we want from nature spirit, and it is this, and it is so perfect because it is. O ye people, ye be ye healed. Life anew I bring unto ye. O ye people, be ye healed. Life anew I bring unto ye. Through the Father of all do I thus. Life anew I bring unto thee. So we are birthing a new life. And again, just like perfect. And when I basically was guided to a particular page in this book for the lady, and of course the picture was of a kayak, and the message was crazily again was about letting yourself be free to go where you please, which is just so on point for at the moment, because at the moment we are very much bound by the rules that our countries are placing upon us, because we are not allowed to go where we want to be free at the moment. So again, it was all incredibly synchronistic. And then the next one that I'm going to talk about, which was just brilliant, was basically when I tapped into that energy, I saw like a caramel river, and it was going all over me, and I was like, oh, that feels really nice, and it's all warm, and it was all like really comforting. And then the caramel river turned into a chocolate. And the chocolate, and the message was that came through was, you're sweet like chocolate. And it was all about sweetness, basically, and that basically when you bite into the outer shell, you have this soft inside. And so it was just like, again, just an amazing way of just showing what is happening at the moment. The hard outer shell of how we've been living our lives is gently being taken down to show people's soft inner shells. Especially with people that are now caring for people that are looking after us, you know, all those people that are in the tertiary industries, the service industries, the supermarkets, the care workers, the health workers, you know, all of this is like the soft inside of our society that is are being heroes, and that's an amazing thing. So all of the healings were just remembering about bringing back memories of what we can do to shield our energy from the anxiety, b, remembering lives that we have had, amazing lifetimes together as twins, and wanting to recall that memory now, because it's especially important so that we don't get carried away with all the doubts and fear. And thirdly, to remember that we're all breaking through this harder shell to, you know, get to this sticky, gooey, caring center, which glues us all together, which was the other thing. That's why it was going all over my body. I could feel it, because when I do the healings, I lie down and I place crystals on me, and so I could feel it literally going all the way, all over me. So again, I mean, just beautiful things, because without doing healings with people, I wouldn't see these things. I wouldn't be able to share those messages and give guidance for what was all to do. You know, that's such great guidance about getting in the shower, imagining all the water, creating a golden shield around you, and putting in the intent to only have the energies that are supporting your highest and best path, and to cut all other cords and leave them behind with love. So I am going to share What Do They Want to Say from Wisdom of Love Oracle. Look at that. It is all that glitters is gold. Oh my God. And I was just saying about the chocolate was wrapped in a golden present at the end. That was the thing. It was like a big gold chocolate wrapped in a golden present with a gold ribbon. And the golden thread that binds us all is love. So masks have to come off. That's what's going on at the moment. Massive, massive, massive awakening to the masks coming off of what is really important. So sometimes we try to become something that we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us seem more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine, and then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else, because he or she may not have the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Who that person is. Oh, I love that. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart, let go of artifice, and let what is authentic shine. Well, isn't there anything more true than that at the moment? All the glitz and glamour are being stripped away. It doesn't matter who you are. We're all in the same boat. You know, it doesn't matter if you've got fancy clothes or if you've got dressed in a bin liner. Do you know what I mean? All of that is just being shown how non-important that is at the moment. So the ever unfolding rose, that is the guidance. So this is to say, remember, this situation is happening for you to grow, not to you. which is so important at the moment, because again, it is very easy to go into doubts and fears and get thrust into the whole, especially with the twin thing, because everything relates, right? It pushes you into doubt and fear, and then it makes you doubt and fear even more, and then it makes you, it's a crazy cycle. We all know that we've been there. We know how the power of the mind can get triggered, and then it just sends us off into craziness. But the point is that if you have woken up to your journey and woken up to the fact that you're a twin flame, you are meant to come together in this lifetime. That is the whole point. This is why the Great Gathering is happening now, the Great Awakening, because it's the age of light, and your light is needed. That's the big thing. So remember, you are being broken open for a reason. So the challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want it to close, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open, no matter how much it hurts. To continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you're going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing, to open yourself up to the truth that perhaps as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you to be open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. Let it crack you open. Well, I've just remembered, in the healing, the Native American healing, and I saw them going down the river, I heard the song, The Golden River. Or I just heard a lyric, The Golden River, and my guidance was go to search for that song. When I went to search for YouTube, I've never heard of it, so I went to search for YouTube, and lo and behold, of course, there is a song called The Golden River, and the main lyric of the song is, we're coming home. And I was like, oh my God, tingles all over. So this is the thing. You have to just trust that we are all coming home. It's time to release those negative thoughts. How many times have we had this card over the last few days? All the time. The scorpion is also the sting in the tail. Right? Don't get stung by what's happening at the moment. Be grounded. Be conscious about releasing releasing energies, releasing those doubts and fears that come up, because no doubt we're all taking our bit of this communal pie, and so just be really, really conscious of that, because it could be most probably it will be collective anxieties, collective doubts, collective things that are filtering through into your individual experience. So it's time to release the cords to that negativity. Let that go. Now, native spirit guidance is, let's have a look. It is the medicine bag. Oh my God, I love it when we get the medicine bag, because hang on, mine is right here. So this is my medicine tool. This is my healing tool, and this is my medicine bag here. And there are so many. The golden thread that binds us all together. I did this before I realised about the twin flame journey. I have the lion for courage. I've got this is basically everything that I did before I even realised about the twin flame journey. In here is a rose quartz heart with a letter to my twin. And this just takes me back to remembering about the uncovering of this and my finding out, my awakening basically, because I went to a shamanic course, And in that, I had to travel to meet my spirit guide. This is where I made this tool. And when I did the journey to meet my spirit guide, it was my twin. And I was like, what are you doing here? And I know who you are. And why are you in my, my basically shamanic journey session? And he was like, because I'm your spirit guide. And so that then sent me off on a whole journey of, uncovering, more learning. I became a past life regression therapist because I had to go and experience past lives. I was like, what's this about? And then that led more and more to my awakening, to Reiki. Actually, the Reiki came first, and then the shamanic, then the past life regression. And today I've just signed up to be to do the QHHT, Dolores Cannon's method of hypnosis, to do deep quantum healing. And so, because at this time, it's the time to expand our minds, to expand our awakening. So I've just signed up to do that course. So that would be something else that I can add into my bag of tricks. And I love it because it's a time when you can expand your consciousness even more using different techniques. So I will be offering that as so if you haven't seen any of Dolores Cannon, there's loads on YouTube, and she's an amazing, basically she connects with people's, she was a lady who did, through hypnosis, she did a lot of healing, and she experienced people going into past lives. And then through that, she then, through all of her sessions, she then information through about the waves of what's happening with humanity, changes to humanity was coming through. And so her daughter is carrying on in her footsteps, and there is that she teaches her method of training. So yeah, if you want to check that out, Dolores Cannon is QHHT. But I will be doing that, as of now, actually, training. So the last thing, if you want to have a healing, by the way, it's where I tap into your energies, and like I explained, I see everything. So you receive a write-up of what I see, any songs that come through, and also a guidance and a mantra. The mantra is super important because when you repeat the mantra, it lifts and shifts your energy. The healings are $20, so I'm doing them at super. I always keep my prices super low because I want everyone to be able to have the opportunity to receive them. So letter forward to the letter I'm going to read from the Divine Love Letter books is letter 141. So the message is, thank you for being there for me, and thank you for being such a pillar of strength and a wonderful support over the past few months. I know I don't give you as much as you give me, but you must understand it doesn't come naturally to me. I'm learning to be more open, to be more trusting, and to know that I deserve happiness. You show me that I deserve a happy life. For a long time, I didn't think that happy ever afters were an option for me, and I'd shut myself off from thinking it was possible. I'm opening up to it, so thank you. I do love you. I want you to know that you really are changing my life around. Thank you. I love you, and I'm in love with you. Aww. So the message about the medicine bag is basically you can make your own medicine tool, whatever you're drawn to, out of the things that you have available in your house, and you can use it as a healing tool. I need to do my ribbon. The ribbon is unraveling, but that's what's happening at the moment. Society is unraveling. Oh, what a great thing. So the healing tool is reflecting what's actually going on. But it's unraveling, but it just shows that we're all still bound together. So 141 is yes, 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 is what I wanted to say to you, my darling. I felt it too. The extraordinary feeling of love wash over me when I saw you. When we're near each other, it's like tingles going all over my body. The stirring of desire rising up through me. I've never experienced such a strong physical reaction, ever. So yes, I felt it too. I feel it too every day. It's all over me. When I think of you and I see you in my dreams, my body reacts so strongly. It's telling me I want to go home. I don't feel right here anymore because I've met my magnet, and I want to be magnetized to you forever. Yes, yes, yes. We found each other. We are blessed. Oh, I love that. We are magnets. We are magnetized together. And just was so amazing when I looked up that song from that healing, and the main words were "We're coming home." I was like, oh my God, that's so brilliant. So remember to keep following the golden river wherever. Get in the flow. Don't fight against it. As soon as you feel anxieties, worries, fears, doubts, that's when you're out of flow. It's like the biggest indicator. So it's like, oh, stop yourself. Do whatever, go hug a tree, go kiss a tree, go do something that suddenly makes you go, okay, I feel that I'm in the flow again. I feel like I'm going down. I'm going with the current. That's the whole thing. Don't fight against the current. Go with it. So, final one, letter 141, is that it's difficult to say because we are always together. So I'm with you now. All our family, all of our souls are together already on an energetic and spiritual plane. Therefore, asking about a day and time, which is man-made and has no spiritual value, is impossible to answer. The fastest way for us to come together in our physical bodies, in this earthly reality, is to have the intent that we are together. All of us are already together, and we are bonded by our hearts. All of us are already bonded by love. Keep wishing upon the stars, and trust in our divine union is coming. Oh, okay, well, there you go. Trust that our divine union is coming. And then this golden thread is like all society is unraveling, but our golden thread is getting stronger and stronger and stronger between all of us. So the message of the medicine bag, let me just share it for you. It is this: gather your resources, be discerning. Vast inner power is growing in your life. Step back and let it grow. There are times to shine brightly for all to see, and there are also times to choose carefully who sees your true self. Choose wisely. Do not make hasty decisions. If it doesn't feel right, hold back. You're protected from any less than positive outside influences. Your capacity and potential are growing in leaps and bounds. The native spirit wants you to know it's traditional in indigenous cultures to carry a medicine bag or medicine bundle as a form of protection, and also as a way to access your personal power through the sacred objects that are held there. The items in the medicine bag each contain potent qualities that allow one's abilities to magnify and also help one commune with the Creator. As your power grows, take time to protect it, just as you protect a seedling in the early months, and then later, once an established tree, it can withstand the storms of time. Protect your growing power, and it will become as mighty as an ancient oak. Oh, brilliant. So anyone who's part of the crystal grid I do, we are all forest lovers based around the oak tree, and we are all rooting these connections into to bring from the higher spiritual realms into the physical. So the journey of this card is: consider obtaining or creating your own medicine bag or bundle. Put objects in it that are meaningful to you and make you feel strong and vital whenever you look at them or hold them. Traditionally, one's medicine bag was not one for display, but often hidden from view or kept in a sacred place. So I actually keep it in a sacred place, in a sacred box that has crystals and all things that have been collected and I've been guided to put in the box. So that is the message. If you want a healing or reading, like I said, it's $20. If you want a channeled letter for yourself, it's $10. If you want to pick a number of a letter to be read out in a video, pick a number between 1 and 266 and enter it into the description box. And I will do a video for your particular shout out. So yeah, I hope that helps. Just remember that we're all creating this gooey, soft center in the middle, and we're all breaking down each other's hard shells, or the hard shell of what we've created in this like crazy world. So trust, keep trusting. Don't give in to the fear and doubts, because they will most definitely come up, but you just need to honor them, love them, let them go. All right, I hope that helps. If you want any assistance, then I would love to help you, and take care. Hope you stay well. All right, take care. Bye.